Hey guys, it's Elise and welcome back to My Cupcake Addiction. On today's episode, I'm going to be doing a very much requested video. You guys have been asking for ages for some sports themed cakes or cupcakes. While I've covered off on football quite a few times, I thought that I'd do a really simple tutorial where I show you how to make 3 different sports ball themed cupcakes, and I've even made you guys some really cute little printable wrapper templates to really set your cupcakes off. All you need to do is size them up after you cut them out, and there's a little bit of sticky tape on the back to join them together, but there's even instructions on the templates if you're having any trouble. I've got 3 different types of sprinkles today. So I've used coloured coconut, I'm using plain white nonpareils, and I'm also using some orange sanding sugar. You can use whichever of these, you can use all 3 of the different ones, just according to your tastes. The colour that I've used to colour my coconut, I just used a couple of drops of green and a couple of drops of yellow, stuck them in a Ziploc bag with the coconut and shook them all around till all that colour was dispersed. I've got frosting in 3 colours, so I've got white, I've got orange, and I've also got green, and I'll leave a link down below to my perfectly pipeable buttercream frosting recipe. I'm going to use a knife, and today I'm going to go with cookie icing. I've got red, I've got brown, and I've also got white, but you could use something like melted candy melts, you could use royal icing for these. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to frost and dip your cupcakes. So even though we've got our cupcake wrappers all ready to go, pop them out because we don't want to get any frosting onto those little cupcake wrappers. And I'm going to start with my basketball, which is of course going to be orange. I'm going to use just the back of the knife because we're just going to do a really kind of a quick, easy mound. So you'll see I'm just going to spread the frosting on, and then I'm just going to spread it down to the edges of the cupcake, but trying not to come around the outside edges of that cupcake wrapper where possible. It's always a good idea while you're doing this just to wipe the back of the knife on your little bowl just to keep it as neat as you can. Perfect. Now once you've got your kind of rough little mound, just using that knife, I'm just going to kind of smush it backwards and forwards, and don't worry if this is not perfect because you're going to roll it in some of those sugar sprinkles, which is actually going to help it to get a neater dome. Once you've got your little domed cupcake, you're going to roll. So I've got my sprinkles in kind of a low, shallow bowl, and I'm just going to dab and pick up, dab and pick up. So really just rolling the top of that. Once you've got your little sprinkles on, you're going to use the palm of your hand, which is the easiest way to get a nice dome, and just dome it out. You're also really pushing those sprinkles into place so that they're not sticking up too much off the top of the cupcake. The sanding sugar almost gives it like that little basketball skin kind of effect. And then you can plop him straight back into his little cupcake case. Lovely. We're going to repeat that with our next 2. So our baseball's going to be white. And then we're going to roll that one in the little white nonpareils. And once again with the palm of my hand, just smoothing it off. Finally, our tennis ball. I really love the coconut for this because it kind of gives it that like hairy tennis ball effect. But do make sure that you go to the trouble of trying to match that color. Once you actually dip it, you're only getting the faintest hint of that colored frosting underneath, and really you're getting that nice kind of greeny yellowy color for the tennis ball. Now it's time to do the detail work. So to put on your details, I'm just going to squeeze my cookie icing on, and I'm just going to make kind of 2 little half circles going up either side. Then for the baseball, we're going to do pretty much the same. We're going to do the red lines across the outside and then little tiny lace lines. For my little lace lines, I'm going to do all of one side first and then all of the other side. And there's your little baseball, ready to go. Finally, we're going to do our basketball. So the basketball's ever so slightly more complicated. This guy, you're going to give him 2 kind of very similar markings and then kind of a cross across the middle. 1, 2. Perfect. So there you've got your 3 super simple little sports ball themed cupcakes, including those free printable cupcake wrappers. If you know someone that's mad about sports, make sure you share this video with them. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already for 2 new videos every week. And as always, guys, thanks very much for watching.